everybody. How are you guys? I see quite a number of you have joined us. Ellie, Charlie, we have Hok Lai, Mi Ling, Kuro, Margaret, Stella, Sebastian. Hi guys. Yeah, please feel free to say hi in the chat. And we thought we'll do something different this time. Maybe we just have a quick, like show of hands, or those of you, can just type in the chat. Is this your first time joining us? If it is, you can just put 1 so we can just know like how many newcomers there are. Yeah. Yeah, Stella says she's new. Hello, hi Stella. Li Fei is also new. Wow, quite a number of newcomers. So Sebastian said this is the second time. So we thought we'll do something different since it's a new year, right? New year, new you, and also new us as well. So, I brainstormed with our team, brainstorm with our speakers for tonight. And then we thought we'll do something fun for tonight. So who's up for playing a game? Come, put up your hands. Like, you can just, like say yes. Yeah, that will be fun. We'll have like, a prize. The prize is that you are going to get, a WhatsApp coaching session with our coach. Okay, so the winner will get a WhatsApp coaching session. Yay, we have some of you very enthusiastic say yes. Okay, awesome. So we're just waiting for a few more people to join us, and then we're going to start the game. Okay, like hi Eugene, hi Lil, hi Hari, hi Joni. Yes, okay, so who is excited to play the game? Let's join. Okay, it's going to be fun and easy game. Okay, since we are in the mood for love and dating and relationships, so this is how the game is going to work. Okay, so we are going to guess. Okay, yeah, guess the couple. So the rule of the game is very straightforward and simple. So we are going to show you, different parts of the picture, and then you can ask yes or no questions on the chat to try to identify the couple. Okay, so for example, like you might say, is this couple married for 10 years? Is this couple based in US? Is this couple based in Singapore? Things like that. And then we'll say yes or no. And then the fastest person to guess correctly who the couple is will win a free WhatsApp coaching session with our date coach. Okay, simple, easy. Okay, who is ready to play? Okay, I guess everyone. Okay, so Andrea and Renee, please help me as we go along guessing the couples. So, okay, let's start with the first photo, the first couple. Okay, so the first couple, obviously, we want to start with something easy. Okay, so this is the easy level. Okay, so this is the first hint. The height of one of the person in this couple is 1.91. So I guess chances are it's probably the guy lah. Okay, so any questions? You can ask some questions to identify who this person is. So anybody have any questions, or maybe some of you might already know who it is. You can. Okay, so we can only say yes or no. Okay, so yes. So Steve asked basketball player. No. Charlie say race question mark. So we cannot say the race lah. We can only say yes or no. So for example, you can say the race, and then we'll say yes or no. Okay. Charlie say white. Yes, white. Leo say, is it celebrity? Kind of. They are definitely well known. So yeah, could be celebrity. Hey, Andrea and Renee, you all can unmute and join in. Okay, so next, come on, more question. Live in Singapore? No. No. Okay. Then next question and next hint is married in 2011. Maybe some of you will start like Googling, like couples who married in 2011. Okay.
Steve he's not, they are not staying in US. No.
Yeah. So don't stay in Singapore, and so don't stay in US. Okay. Any more questions? Come on. You can do it. So for those of you who have just joined us, we are currently, oh my goodness, we already have a winner. Wow, Rose is amazing. Yes, the answer is ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding. Wow, we have so many more hints for you guys, but then Rose already got it. Yes, it's William and Kate. Yes, well done, guys. Okay, so that one is just the easy level. Okay, so the next one is not going to be so easy. Okay, but anyway, let's give a chance to all the new comers who have just joined us. So we are currently playing a game until our webinar start proper. So this game is called Guess the Couple. As you can see, it's very simple. Like we will review parts of like the photo, and then there will be hints, and you can also ask questions, yes and no questions now, okay? And then we'll say yes or no. And then the first person who guessed the couple right will then win a complimentary WhatsApp coaching session with our coach. Okay? Okay, let's go. Next one. Okay, second couple, difficulty level, medium. Okay, first one is born in 1987. Okay, so questions? Any questions so far from what you see? Okay, you all can ask the question in the chat. Any questions? Born in 1987, quite young. Okay, no, I think they're still figuring out. It's okay. Let's show the next hint, the next photo hint. Actor. Okay. Any questions so far from the audience? This one very difficult, is it? So like, no questions so far. Oh, now they smart already. They just like waiting for like more hints. Okay, so oh my goodness. Hey, this one wow, Rose. Hey, give chance You already win one one prize already. Oh my goodness. Like this one got insider tips, is it? Like Christina, you gave Rose the tips, right? She already got a couple already. I cannot believe it. Yeah. Okay, Rose, you don't like that lah. We give people some chance, okay? So we wait, okay? Wait. Okay, let's see. Let's see if anybody else get it. Yes, hint. American Canadian sweetheart. Stella say Harry and Meg. Okay, yay, Charlie say Ryan Reynolds. Very good. And then the other half is called? Okay lah, so we have to be fair. Okay, so the first one to get the whole couple right, other than Rose, is Priscilla. Well done, Priscilla. So yes, it's Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. Yes. Okay, the ladies are doing very well. Guys, come on, you can do it. Okay, so don't worry, you still have a chance for the third couple. So welcome to all of you who have just joined us. We are just playing a game until we start proper at 9 p.m. So the game is called Guess the Couple. Okay, so we are going to put up hints and tips, and then you can ask us yes and no questions, and the first person who guessed correct will win a complimentary WhatsApp coaching session. Okay, come, let's go. Next one. Okay, so difficulty also medium. Okay, hint, the woman is older. Okay, any questions so far? Okay, so the woman is older. Any question? No question. Okay, next hint. Hint, songwriter. Okay, I'm laughing like that, right? I think like Rose have like the insider, seriously. Christina and Chaya, you sure you all didn't leak this out somewhere? Okay lah, but Rose is very nice. So okay, we wait for other people too. Okay, we got new winner already. Okay, and the winner is Evelyn, Priyanka Chopra, and Nick Jonas. Yes, well done. Hari say Ed Sheeran. Sorry, that's not the right answer. Okay, so welcome. I see quite a number of you saying hi. Hi, Deborah. Yes, okay, so congrats to the winner. And then Sebastian say, I'm still baffled how they got the answer with so little info. I know, right? I have no idea. Maybe you guys can tell us how can you get the answer with so little info. Hi, Joseph. Hi, Nick. Okay, still one last minute. Okay, maybe they'll get the fourth one very quickly as well. Okay, come. Let's go. Okay, fourth couple, difficulty level hard. Okay, hint, a former pediatrician. I always don't know how to pronounce this. Okay, a former ped. Okay, next. Hint, a college dropout student. Any question? Question, come. Or maybe some of you. Hey, this one really kelong really. Rose, really kelong. Okay, finally, we have a guy winner, Charlie. Well done, Charlie. Yes. The answer is Priscilla Chan and Mark Zuckerberg. Well done. Oh my. Okay, guys. What's up, guys? Charlie is actually a girl. Okay, so the ones who got all the right answers tonight are all ladies. Like the guys are still like thinking, how did they get the answer so quick? Okay. Okay, so well done to all of you who took part. Thanks for participating. And yes, it's 9 and we can start. Okay, so very quick welcome to all of you who have just joined us. Thanks for joining us today. I have seen quite a number of familiar faces and names. Thanks for joining us. But today, like we thought we'll do something different because we know that some of you who have joined us for multiple times, maybe you have watched our video, like many times, and maybe you want to see something different. So we thought instead of showing videos tonight, we play a game. So we played a game called Guess the Couple, and then we have 4 winners and then all ladies. So guys, please, you guys have to buck up the next time we play another game, okay? So hopefully the next month we'll have some male winners. Okay, so thank you for joining and starting your 2022 with us. So I'm definitely very excited to meet all of you and of course learn together with all of you on all the various dating topics, all the relationship topics that we have prepared in 2022. So do say hi, in the chat box if you have not already done so. Like we would love to welcome you. And of course, those of you who have been coming for our webinars, like a month after month, like welcome back. Thanks for your support. Okay, so since we are beginning the year 2022, let us know your New Year's resolution. Okay, so those of you who do New Year resolution, like please let us know what are some of your New Year's resolution this year. Let us know in the chat. Okay, meanwhile, just say hi to everybody. Has, yes, welcome back. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Amy. Welcome back. Hi, Mina. Hi, Evelyn. Hi, Andre. Hi, Shungit, Daniel. And yes, and Has have mentioned that the resolution is of course to meet my soulmate. Yes, got it. Ira say getting married, yay. Okay, and then Deborah say yes, agree, be kinder to self. Having a partner is a bonus, liao. I think be kinder to self is very good, but I think I always believe in law of attraction, right? So yes, I think putting it out there, having a partner is great. Leo say to find true love, maybe. Andre say to meet a life partner. Rose say to be in a serious relationship. Joseph say to build up financial footing and long-term portfolio in preparation for my soulmate partner and marriage. Wow, like Joseph sounds like a great guy. Who wants to meet Joseph? Jacob say to hold someone's hand on 31st December 20. Oh, okay. 23:59. You mean the time? At first I was like, you mean year 23:59? Okay. So this year, okay, at 11:59. Awesome. Eugene say my resolution is to be happy. Effendi say get married. Lily say find my forever person. E.T. say being noticed by women. Sebastian, be the right one. Awesome. I love it, Sebastian. I think because sometimes we're just very focused on meeting the right one, right? But definitely being the right one is very important. Dennis say, find Mrs. Right, tie the knot. Joseph say, learn cooking. Wow. Okay. So like many answers have come in. Thanks, guys. I love all your resolutions. I know some people say that there's no point making resolutions because it might not happen and things like that. But I always believe that if we have a goal, we have a dream, it's important to write it down. And because I think if we write it down, it becomes more real. And I think on top of writing it down, it's also important to put it somewhere where you can see it. So if you have not already done that, you just need to write on a post-it note. You can just like paste it on like your mirror, like your bathroom mirror, or like, I don't know, mirror where you usually do your makeup and things like that. And I think just a constant reminder, and just you never know, like just by doing such a simple step, I think it's really going to get you a step closer to fulfilling your goal or your resolution. Okay, so of course, I know our main resolution for a lot of us, as I've read out the answers just now, is to find the right one. And we hope that through our monthly webinar, we can give you some tips, some hacks to actually unlock and fulfill your resolution as soon as possible. So tonight, we are very, very excited because, we have had so many people register for tonight's webinar. And then I see that so many of you guys have joined us as well. So I guess everybody's joining us because everybody's excited to start their 2022 right. So those of you who are here for the first time, maybe you can just type new in the chat. So we know that you're new, we can welcome you. Yeah, I can just put new. Yeah, wow, a lot of you. Charlie, Danita, Chun Lim, Nick, Angela, Eileen, Ellie's very cute. Oh, then lol. Michelle, Mike. Wow, like lots of new people. So that's really awesome. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope you're going to have a great time. Like a lot of people usually they really enjoy our webinar. That's why they come back again and again and again. And I also hope that you'll find tonight's webinar insightful, and you're going to enjoy, the time you're here, because like when we learn, we always want to be engaged and have fun. Like we usually try not to make it like just a one-way like monologue where we're just talking and you're just listening. So like what you're doing right now, where you're typing in the chat, like engaging with us, like that's the way to do it. Okay. So since this is the first webinar of 2022, right? Like I think we also want to learn about your last year's resolution. So like from 10% to 100%, how many percent of your resolution did you actually manage to complete last year? So I'm going to launch the poll right now, and then you can share with us. Yes. So how many percent of your last year's resolution did you manage to complete? Don't be shy. You can just put it out there. I also will be very honest with you and share with you like how I did last year as well. Okay. Yeah. So Deborah said no resolution, then how? Then you can put 10% on the first one. Then Charlene said, I don't think I set a resolution. Does that mean I achieve 100%? Okay. Up to you. It's up to you to choose. Okay, so about 47% of you guys have participated. Maybe the rest of you didn't make resolution, so you don't really know where you should fill it in. But anyway, I do have to close the poll soon. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'll end the poll. Okay, so 42% of you guys say that you achieve 10 to 30%, okay? And that is followed by 30 to 50%, which is 27% of you all say you achieve 30 to 50%. 23% say that you achieve 50 to 80%. And the very rare unicorns among us, 8% say that you have achieved 80 to 100%. Yay! Okay, so I think for those of you who have put 10 to 30%, I think it's okay. As you can see, you are in good company. Honestly, last year, I didn't do that well on my resolution as well. So I'm probably in the same boat as many of you. Okay, so to make us one step closer to achieving our 2022 resolution, which a lot of you have said that, you want to meet someone, you want to be the right one. I think it's very important to learn where we can spot a good singer, right? Which is, back to our topic for tonight, like where are all the good singers? So most of you must be wondering, why are all the good or women or good men around me, maybe they are attached. In fact, I think one of the things that I always hear from a lot of single ladies who join us, they are like, all the good men out there are like dead, married, or gay, things like that. Okay, so you might be wondering, why are there no good singers around me? How can I find a partner? Help. Okay, don't worry, because you're at the right place, because tonight we are going to go deeper into this topic. And of course, I have two amazing speakers and experts who will be joining me company whom you'll be hearing more from. But before we jump into our discussion for tonight, I just want to do a very, very quick introduction of myself and also of like the company who's hosting the webinar tonight. So as you can see, my name is Violet, and then I'm the CEO and co-founder, or maybe sometimes also known as Chief Cupid of Lunch actually. So about 18 years ago, like, yeah, I know it's like so long time ago, I was working in a bank and I saw that a lot of my colleagues were single and not dating. So my colleagues are kind of like my inspiration to start a dating business, because I saw that like they are not having a lot of opportunities to meet people. And then I found a solution. And, I thought like lunch dating is a great idea. So with that, I decided to quit my job and then started lunch actually with my then boyfriend, now husband. And like they say, the rest is history. We have been doing this for a long time, as you know, and we are in 5 different locations. We are in Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Indonesia, and Thailand. So do say hi in the chat, like where you are from, because we want to do a roll call and welcome all of you guys. Are you from Singapore? Where are all our Singaporeans, Malaysians, Indonesians, Thai? Hong Kongers, yes, we have, so people are shouting out now, like Rose from Singapore, Has from Malaysia, Eileen from Singapore, Krishan from Malaysia, Andre from Singapore. So lots from Singapore and Malaysia so far. Let's see, do we have, Mike is from Hong Kong, hello. Angela is from Hong Kong as well, hello Leho. And then we have Vera from Kalimantan Barat, nice. Kylie is from Hong Kong, now in Singapore. Natalie is from Indonesia, awesome. Any of our Thai friends here, you can also say hi, I think, since we're doing a roll call. Okay, so let's see, where was I? And then I think our philosophy is very important, because after starting a business for like, I think maybe 6-7 years, and then we realized that, hey, like how can we help our singles even more, like rather than just being a platform, right? Because we realized that finding the right one is not just about meeting the right one, it's really about being the right one as well. And I think some of you mentioned that just now. So being the right one, meeting the right one, and choosing the right one. So I mean, close to 2 years ago, like when COVID first started, and then we started this webinar series. And at first we thought we were just going to stop it, like after COVID, but we have had so much support, so much love, so much engagement from all of you guys. And that's why we have continued on. And we think like our webinar is also just a great way to, like give back, and also just providing, I would say, like more information out there, shared by our experts, by our matchmakers, by our coaches, to basically help everybody to be the best version of themselves. Okay, so before I introduce our 2 love experts, I just want to apologize that at first, I think some of you would have seen that Geraldine is supposed to be with us, but unfortunately she's not able to join us tonight. But of course, not to worry, because we have 2 of our experts here tonight, and they are our dating consultants. Andrea, yes, welcome Andrea. And of course, we also have our date coach, Renee. So let's welcome Andrea and Renee in the chat right now. Yes, you can say hello, you can say hi, you can say welcome. And with that, I just want to bring on stage Andrea. So Andrea, you want to say hi and tell our participants tonight what you do, and yeah, just anything you want to say, please go ahead.
Thanks, Violet. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us in this 2022 first webinar from Lunch, actually. So my name is Andrea. I am a dating consultant and also a matchmaker. So totally enjoy what I'm doing. So every day I'm meeting singles to understand more about their why are they single, why are they still single, and also be able to recommend them on suitable platforms for them to meet the like-minded singles as themselves. So yeah, so this is what I do.
Thank you, Andrea. And next, of course, we have Renee, who is a familiar face on our webinars. Yes, so welcome, Renee. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Violet, for having me again. I'm very excited to be here again. This is our first 2022 first webinar. So hi, everyone. So for those who have never met me before, so I'm a dating coach from Lunch, actually. So what I do in Lunch actually is basically I give them the right tools, the singles, the right tools, the techniques and guidance to get the relationship that they want, and also be able to sustain a healthy relationship.
Thank you so much, Renee. Okay, so I think we are having this webinar, and then we also we have heard from our singles their resolutions, right? So maybe you can also share with us what your resolutions are this year.
Sure. All right, so my 2022 resolution will be to able to connect to more singles, I think, and be able to inspire more singles to rethink about their dating and relationship goals and to help them to set priorities to achieve it together with them. Mm,
Wow, that's awesome. I think
yeah.
it's really important. Like what I really like what you have said is really help them to rethink their
Mm,
relationship goals, because I think
mm,
sometimes like what we think is most important might not be. And I think just having someone as the sounding board, I think is
mm.
very helpful for that. Thanks, Andrea. And
Welcome.
what about you, Renee?
Yes, I also really like Andrew's resolution. Okay, so mine is actually saying yes more and inspiring more people to actually say yes more and try new things so that we actually open ourselves up to more new possibilities and chances that we never know of.
Yes, that's also a very good one. So I think like what Renee have mentioned, maybe sometimes what's stopping us from getting what we want is we just keep saying no. So I think I can't remember who is it, like one of the really well-known I can't remember entrepreneur or leader out there. Like I think they have like this year of yes, so like they just kind of like say yes to everything and just kind of be open to different opportunities and just options. And wow, I think that's very inspiring. So maybe something to think about as well. Thanks, Renee. Okay, so very, very quickly, I mean, on this topic, right, we really want to hear from you as well. Why do you think you're not able to meet quality singers so far? So before, we jump into like giving you some of the tips and advice and the hacks, right? We want to hear from you. Why do you think you're not able to meet quality singers so far? Yes, so I've just launched a poll, so please take part. Yes, 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 take part, take part. Okay, like the answers are coming in. Like this is an easy one, so this one have nothing to do whether you make resolutions or not, so everybody is able to answer this. Like almost 50% of the room have answered this, so if you have not, please do join us. We do want to hear from you. Okay, yes, 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 almost 60% now. Can we get to 100%? I think we have never gotten to 100%. I think the closest we have gotten is like 75. So maybe tonight, we can break the record. Come, 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 just join us. You can just click your answer. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to end the poll. Yeah. Okay, so the highest number, 40% of you guys actually said no opportunities. Interesting. I didn't expect that. I guess maybe it's because of COVID lah. Is it because of COVID? That's why no opportunities. Like maybe you can let us know in the chat. Okay, it's followed by the next highest one, which is actually very close to like, I mean, one is 23%, one is 22%. So 23% is no one meets my standard. Oh, okay. And then we have 22% who say that all good singers around me are taken. Okay. Very interesting. So it's like two different sides of the coin, but in a way saying it's quite similar things. One is like no one meets my standard, and like the other one is like, yeah, they meet my standard, but they are already taken. Okay. And then followed by 13% who say that I'm always too busy working. Hey, you cannot marry your work, so something to think about. And last but not least, 2% who say that I have no time. Interesting. Okay, so like Andrea, maybe you can share with us, right? Like what are some of the reasons that clients tell us, like is it also very similar to our poll results, or like what are some of the reasons that you hear? Because I know you meet a lot of clients, right?
Mhm.
So what are some of the things that they tell you?
I think all of the above. Yeah. So I would say that singles often will share with us during the session with me is because singles are all taken up, or like if they are so eligible, why are they still single? They should have already been snapped up. Yeah. So I think this is usually what they will have in their mindset. So just to share with every one of you tonight is I actually met this client on Zoom during the HA Heightened Alert Phase 1. So he was sharing with me that during this period, he feels like quite lonely because he was staying alone. So he actually went on dating apps. He actually went on a lot of dating apps and websites, but he's he's getting like nowhere because there's no response from the ladies, and it's always one-sided. So even though if like the lady agreed to chat with him on like WhatsApp call, but it didn't escalate to like a second call onwards. So he was really getting very, very dejected lah. So when I met him, he was really, really very demoralized and on the verge of giving up. So I mean, through the session with him, I realized that the ladies that he has met and what he has shared with me, they are not having like the same relationship goals as him. You know, for example, they are really not looking for a serious relationship. They are more looking for like an open relationship. But he is someone that really wants to settle down in about 1 or 2 years time, and hopefully to start a family. So like what I can analyze from this incident is he has joined like the wrong platform to meet the wrong kind of singles. So I mean there are still good genuine singles out there. It's only that you have to be on the right dating platform to meet them. So in fact, it is not really surprising that a lot of singles out there are in a similar situation as this gentleman. Yeah,
I
correct.
think that definitely makes a lot of sense. Like
Mm,
because sometimes we feel that, oh, since everybody is using this platform or this
mm,
like way of meeting, I should go and use it too. But like you
correct.
say,
Mm,
you also need the right mindset, right skill set, and also be using the right platform lah. Like, so just because a lot of people use this platform and it worked for them, like it might not actually work for you.
that's
Makes
right.
sense.
Mm.
So Renee, what about you? What are some of the reasons that you hear from some of your coaching clients?
Yeah, so from my coaching clients, it is actually quite uh another common thing that I always hear from my clients is that they say that the people that they like, okay, doesn't like them back, but the people that they do not like will like them. So yeah, so I have this client, right? So she goes out on a lot of dates. So she joins a lot of platforms, she goes out on a lot of dates, but then she doesn't seem the man that she likes, right? She will always like tell me how hard she, put in her effort to actually initiate and she talk to them, but they don't really reply her or like initiate another date with her. So she always come back really disappointed. So throughout our session, I realized that the men that she likes, right, are actually very charming. Okay, they are very charming, they are like good looking, and like they really know how to speak really well. And then she was not able to attract them. Yeah, so there's the point where she feels like, all good men are like, there are not much good men out there. Yes.
Okay,
So
thanks Renee for sharing that. I think like probably a lot of people can relate to this, and it actually makes a lot of sense. And I usually tell like singers or even friends of singers this, right? Because I do get like people coming to me and say, hey, Violet, like how come I have this friend, right? It's like so good, like so pretty, so nice, everything is good like basically. So how come I don't understand why she's still single? Must be something wrong, like no, not my friend something wrong. It's like those other people something wrong. Like that's what they're trying to tell me. Then I say, oh, okay. So I say I don't even need to meet your friend and I can tell you why. Then they're like, wow, really? Why? So I say, okay, since you say until your friend so good, right? So like let's say on a scale of 1 to 10, okay, 10 being the highest score you can give someone, how would you rate your friend? Then they'll say, like 8, I say, okay, there's a very fair score, right? Because usually we say maybe someone who's like normal average is like maybe about a 7, right? So she say, okay, my friend is an 8. I say, okay, very good. So since your friend is so good, right? It's an 8, right? So what do you think your friend will be looking for in terms of score? So then they say 9 lah. Hey, I say, makes sense what? Okay, I say, yeah, makes sense. Since you're 8, you look for 9, right? Then I say, then the guy who's a 9, right? What do you think the guy will be looking for?
and
Yeah, exactly. Then they say, yeah, look, then they suddenly like, oh yeah, then the guy looking for a 10, Then I say, yeah, exactly. So I say it's very straightforward. That's why your friend say you say your friend is an 8, but then the guy that she's looking for is looking for a 10. So now she kind of have to like become a 10, right? In order to be able to attract this guy. So yeah, I think that just answers the question that you are like you just brought up lah.
definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so I think with that, right, like we have looked at the sharing that our participants have come up with. And I think a lot of them have said that they are very busy, they have no opportunity, they have no time. And of course, a lot of our singers are very established, very successful people, right? And they also have like a demanding career and long working hours as well. So Andrea, like I think you meet a lot of like singers who share these same challenges. Like, so what advice do you have for them?
I think that's a very common kind of things that they will share with us, that really have no time, no opportunity. I think no time really comes out in almost all the clients that I have seen before. Yeah, but in fact, we have 24 hours a day. And then there are some gym that opens 24 hours. Yeah, there are supermarkets that open 24 hours. And then there really will have, we need to create the time. So I think as I think it's all to the mindset about setting priority. Like setting priority and setting, to find the right one as your goal. So instead of say, I hope I'll be able to find someone, why don't you use this word, I will? I will want to find someone within this 2022, and I will want to meet 3 singles in a month. So I think with this kind of priority, it will set you right, and also be on track of what you are doing. And also it'd be good if you can get your close friend or even your siblings to pace you in terms of like, oh, okay, so you are saying about 3 singles in a month. So how many singles have you met and how many singles have you talked to? So I think getting someone to pace you in terms of your goal, right, will be a good way, and make it more fun, I think. Then you will not kind of like be lonely like in this journey. So I think it's really making time, because we need time. We need time to eat. We need time to chill. We need time to exercise. So if, for example, if you love to exercise, just join an exercise group. You never know that you'll be able to find someone there, with similar interests and common interests also.
Yeah,
Correct.
totally agree with you, Andrea. And I think a lot of our participants are also saying that, like Has say, yes, I will definitely do that. And then like Natalie say, yes, we need to make time, especially, if you want to find someone. Andrea say, making a conscious effort to meet potential life partner. Nick say, well said. Yeah, so totally agree. I think at the end of the day, like we cannot just hope that someone will fall from the sky, which I think, sometimes we hope, right? I mean, that's the easiest part of it. But, if we do not put priority on it, we don't make time, then how is it going to happen? And I think like what Andrea has said, like finding an accountability partner, it could be like your friend, your sibling, your colleague, I don't know, like, your family members, just letting them know, like what your goals are, what are your KPIs, in a sense, so that they can kind of check on you. So that's really awesome. And I think from the survey as well, a number of you also say that the reason you can't meet quality singers is because all the good people around you are taken, or maybe nobody meets your standard. Okay, so I think with that, right, because we also want to understand what you mean by that. What do you mean the good people are taken? So who are these good people? And also, like, since you say nobody meets your standard, right? So I think maybe all of us have different opinion on like what a good catch is or what a good singer is, so to say. So with that, we are going to launch our third poll. Yay. So what is your definition of a good singer? Yes, please answer. We want to hear from you. Of course, I think some of you like will be like, whatever you're looking for is not stated here. You can also put it in the chat. Yeah, let us know. Okay, so the votes are coming in very, very quickly this time. I think everybody is like used to voting. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we will close. Wow, okay, very good, very good. A lot of the answers have come in. Okay, so I think some of you say that okay, the qualities are very external. So agree, like I mean, we have to put something that So these are some of the lists that we put out. But I think some of you have mentioned that core values, definitely we are very big on core values. That's very important. And then we have someone who say like love language. And then we have some people who say like willing to grow together. Like definitely, I think those are great characteristics. So based on this list, the ones that have come out the highest, like what you all have mentioned, like is great, is definitely great characteristics, like great personality. So that is actually 41%. So 41% of you guys have chosen that. The next one is like all of the above. Hey, those of you are 32% of you who choose all of the above. I think you're very like, okay, I guess maybe some of you are thinking like I might as well put it out there, right? So if I don't get like 10, at least I get 2, it's still good lah. Okay, like maybe that's how you see it. Okay, I can get it. Then it's followed by, actually the rest are like very small, like everything else is just like 4%, 3%. So I think based on this, we can see that definitely personality characteristics, is the one that it has come out the highest, right? So which is great. Okay, so I think, like a lot of us think that, someone is categorized as a good singer, maybe because they are more settled lah, meaning, like they as some of you have mentioned, it's a lot maybe based on more external kind of factors, like maybe having a stable income and having a good career. So what do you think about this, Renee?
I totally agree with you, Violet. So I just want to share some common reasons why some of you may feel like that the singers you've been meeting so far are not a good catch for you. Okay, so the real reason is sometimes we may be having unrealistic expectations. Okay, you might refuse this heart, saying like, I'm not being unrealistic, I'm just wanting to have the perfect type because you're putting yourself out there, right? But it's going to be very hard for you because perfection doesn't exist. Okay, so another thing is we have to look at ourselves as well, like what we shared in the beginning, right? Like what Violet shared earlier as well. If we want a 10, right? But when we look at ourselves, we are a 7. Is it realistic? Because while we are choosing someone, that person is also choosing us, right? So look at your own expectations again. For example, if you want someone with a really good personality, good appearance, good income, who also comes from a good background of family, which is really what all of us want as well. So when a man comes to you with only 3 or 4 out of your 3 out of 4 from your criteria, right? Then you refuse because you think that he is not perfect. Then you just lose a chance, right, to be with someone good while you are searching for a perfect person. You suddenly realize that a man with -1 thing is actually the best one. But sorry, it was too late. You missed the chance. He already moved on. So let's just try to put ourselves in that situation. If you would be him or her, right? Do you even meet your standard that you made for them? I have a story about this client, right, who met this man who really likes her. And that man was actually putting a lot of effort into her. And actually, he is almost everything she wants from a life partner, because he is family oriented. He works really hard, ambitious, and caring, and is genuine and wants a serious relationship. But the thing is, he wasn't good looking. He's not good looking. So she stopped seeing him. Okay. So later on, she actually met another guy who's good looking, charming, but yet she finds herself constantly initiating most conversation, and then also dates. So later on, she found out that actually that man was actually just stringing her along, and she wasted actually a lot of time with that man. So, but the guy that was actually sincere in the beginning and really like her have already moved on. So when she actually realized that he is a good guy, right, it was already too late. So that's why we need to focus on what is important and not perfection.
Thanks, Renee, for sharing that story. And I think it's not easy lah. I mean, to be very honest, and also to be fair to our singers out there, because I think, like one of our participants also have mentioned here, like Jasper, who say that like a lot of us like feel that, like I think he said in Chinese, 看得顺眼, so like must at least pass the eye test, I guess. I think is what he's saying, before you try to find out more about their character. So he said, I don't believe that people would just choose good personality lah. So I think it is a challenge, and I get what you're sharing with this story of this client as well. So I think it's important, like when we are putting down our list, right, which I think is what Andrea will be talking about, like it's important to really look at what would actually contribute to a relationship that works lah. So I think the thing is, like, it doesn't help with all these Korean dramas, like all these Korean shows. Not sure how many of you have watched Singers Inferno. Maybe you can put in the chat. Like, I'm like, wow, like in Korea there's really like a lot of good looking people. But anyway, I mean, like those of us who have been to Korea, we know that when we walk down the street, like the people on the street do not look like all the people on the shows, right? So I think a main character in all of these Korean dramas, they're always perfect. They always have everything, like looks, height, gentlemanly, loyal, kind, sensitive. I mean, you name it, like it's like everything is perfect. But obviously, that's drama, like it's not real life. So I always tell people, I say, that's entertainment lah. Okay, like please do not like use that as a yardstick or a standard. So and Andrea, what do you think?
True. I think some of us might be guilty of this called checklist syndrome.
Yes.
So when we go on a date, we will have an invisible checklist in our mind, checking like what type of people that we want in our partner. So the issue is sometimes, right, a lot of our things in the checklist are really superficial. So, and not really even things that would make someone a better wife or husband. So, and we may also miss out a lot of like great people if we get too hung up on the on our checklist. So because again, like nobody is perfect. I don't think anyone will marry I marry my perfect boyfriend, marry my perfect, I have a perfect husband or a perfect wife. So I think nobody is perfect. And I strongly believe that in a relationship, it's more about support, and also be the better version of ourselves, and having like a support system in like a teamwork in a relationship.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. I definitely agree, Andrea. I think I cannot count already how many singers that I work with that actually have a checklist that look like, oh, he or she must be so taller, or so shorter than me, or like he must like earn this much, or like so income, or like must have a master degree and so on. Yeah, but I would always tell them by having this criteria, would it make him a better husband or a better father? So if the answer is no, right, then it should not be a must-have, but it is like a nice to have.
Yeah, I do agree with Renee, like what you say, like a lot of clients say, oh, must be 185 tall so that my kids will be tall, must have double eyelids, must have this and that. It's quite funny, and we kind of like will laugh with our client also. So I mean, at times, right, I would say that singles might be attracted to like the wrong type of single. Yeah. So what I meant will be like perhaps like for example, introvert, right, may not want to meet an introvert, or introvert wants to meet an extrovert. So it doesn't mean that introvert will gel well with extrovert. So some introvert is by nature, but when they warm up, right, they are actually a very good conversationalist, and they are able to articulate themselves very well. So it's really bound to really get to know each other better, and not really have a judgmental kind of a mindset during getting to know each other in the beginning stage. Correct. So another example is that a lot of clients that I met, right, for women, they tell me that they like the bad boys kind of a look. Yeah, so they like this kind of guys, because they find that the geeky guys are too boring for them. Correct. But then I'll ask him, so but do you think the bad boys looks right will be attracted to you because you are so you are so gentle, you are the girl next door kind of a girl. So you think the bad boys will be attracted to you? And they took a moment to answer me. So
So what did they say?
they say, yeah, all right, so uh correct. So sometimes I think it's because of perhaps like um to Violet say like K-drama influence or like, well, I want this, I want that. So I think in reality, you really have to like measure like what type of people will be attracted to you rather than what type of people that you want to meet. Correct. Hmm.
Renee, what
Yeah,
about
but
you? What
Renee,
do you
what do
think
you
is
think?
the last reason?
The last person, sorry.
What is the last reason? Like why do
Last
you think?
reason. I
Yeah.
think the last reason would be like they might not be looking for singles at the right place. What I mean here is like if you're looking for a hardworking man, right, who is family oriented, then you don't go to like bars because they might not be hanging out there. Instead, maybe you find them at like brunch cafes, on the weekends. Yeah, so it might be the wrong place.
Interesting. So I think that makes a lot of sense because sometimes you always think that, okay, like everywhere we go, we will be able to maybe meet the singers, right? And I think this was also one of the questions that was asked in the chat right now. Like, okay, so where should we go? Okay. So I think one of the challenge, of course, is with the current pandemic, some singers might think we are not able to go out as often. So like what do you think, Andrea? Like what advice would you have for singers in this current pandemic situation?
I think there's still a lot of things that we could do. So I have my clients going on meetup groups, going
Mm,
like she really loves to play tennis. So she
mhm.
actually joined these tennis meetup groups. And although there are no single eligible men within the group, but she indeed makes some new friends. I think from there, she also is like happier because I think in this pandemic, it makes most of us like burn out or like kind of like really changes our life for this moment. So I think getting out to really meet new people will really change and inspire us in some way.
Yeah, I agree. And I think one
Mm.
of the side benefit of that sometimes is also because, like one of the best ways or greatest ways to really meet your life partner is to be introduced by friends, right? So I think the challenge is that, if like we do not make new friends, then we have no friends to introduce us to someone else. Right.
Yes,
So
correct.
so I think like what Andrea has mentioned, like just by widening your social circle, like just by meeting new friends, now you're actually improving your chances that you can be introduced to like that special someone. Yes, so I love that. Yep. So I think Renee, maybe you can also share with us like your own experience with your clients. Like do they also mention that they have challenges in meeting people due to the pandemic?
Yes, definitely, because we cannot go out as much as anymore, right? And like relying on friends, like big groups to introduce us is also harder now. So my clients these days, like to increase their chances of meeting the right one, a lot of them actually are open to the idea of like online dating. Yeah, online dating. So I have a client that actually started using dating apps because of this. So she would really just prefer going on virtual dates instead of physical dates face to face. Yeah. So, but then the good thing is because she really put herself out there, right? She then met a guy and then they click really well. So they actually just go on virtual dates. So they would actually talk to each other on like calls and then video calls, Zoom calls. They would actually play some games during the like Zoom calls. They make it interesting. And like they actually did that and lasted like for 6 months. And then when they finally like they could not stand it anymore, then they finally met up, okay, because they like each other so much. Then they actually got together. Yes.
That's really nice. So I think, like a lot of our participants, they can't wait already. They're like, hey, so where did you guys actually meet? Like, how do we actually meet, or where should we go to meet? Okay, don't worry. Okay, we're going to share it with you right now. So maybe Andrea, you can share with us some suggestions that we have for our singers on where they can meet all these other so-called like good quality singers.
Well, I think a lot of people want to know. Okay, so the key, right, the key to this is you need to know of the places that the opposite gender may go to according to their interests or hobbies. So, for example, if you want to find out more about single ladies, then you need to go to places where most women will spend their time, like for example, yoga and Pilates class, bookstores, grocery stores. You can probably like if you like a tip lah, if you really like spot that girl or that guy over at the supermarket, you can just also, do you know how to cook this recipe, can I exchange like a recipe with you? I think it's a good way to pick up even singles at grocery stores. Baking or cooking class. So yeah, so I think these are the some places that we'll recommend if you want to meet like ladies. Correct.
Yep.
Then and also same thing for women, like think of places where single men may visit. So for example, golf course or gym. Okay. Social events, networking events, or even outdoor events, and also like of course like automotive related places. So of course like you no need to kind of like be really savvy in what for example, if you are really not playing not you don't know how to drive, it's not that you cannot go for these kind of places, automotive related places. You can go there, to really explore and learn more. Correct. I believe like guys, if they are really keen to know you, they'll be very open to share with you more.
Yes, definitely.
Right,
So
right.
I think like other things like also like maybe watches. I think guys are very into watches, or I think now people are very big on like whiskey as well. Like so like I think the idea here is that if you are a guy, right, like don't just go to all the activities or events that guys like, because clearly you'll be just meeting a lot of guys there. So same thing if you're a lady, right, then don't go to things that you already know there are going to be a lot of ladies there, right? Like so I mean, for guys, like joining a yoga class, like okay, chances are there are going to be a lot more ladies there. So same thing for a lady, like if you like go to like automotive related place, like chances are there are more guys there. Yep. So I think that makes a lot of sense. Okay, then what about Renee? Like what do you think is the most common solution right now that singers are using to meet people due to the pandemic?
I think it would be dating apps. I'm sure like a lot of people here, everyone here are probably already on dating apps. Is that right? Maybe those who are on dating app can type in the comments. How has your experience been so far on dating apps? Let us know. So actually dating apps are a great way to meet new people, because a lot of people are on dating apps, but the challenge is you have to do it yourself. A lot of things you have to DIY. So not everyone knows how to best use it, right? So maybe I can give you some tips to actually how to maximize your chances in meeting
Yeah, I
quality
think
singers.
Renee, just to cut in, I think yes, like please to give like the best tips that you can offer, because I think quite a number of our participants right after we say dating apps, they either say they have quit dating apps, or they say too many fake profiles, many have hidden agenda, some say waste of time, then girls not serious. So it seems that quite a lot of them have pretty bad experience so far. We understand, but yet at the same time, we do know of, like quite a number of people who have had a positive experience. So I think like using dating app, there's also a way to do it that is going to increase your chances or like like would help you to have more success. So yes, Renee, over to you, because I know you have like some like great tips and advice on how we can do this well.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, I agree. A lot of people actually have really bad experience, but at the same time, there are a lot of people who have really good experiences as well. So some tips lah, okay, for everyone, how if you want, right, how to maximize your chances of meeting quality singles through dating apps lah. So to attract more people, right, minimize swiping left. Okay, you might need to craft your profile. Okay, so your profile on dating app is like your CV, your resume, okay, to get good singles. So one of the common mistakes we usually find on dating app is the profile is either too short or doesn't show, right, who you really are. Okay, so for an example, right, Max, 29 years old, I love traveling, hiking, and basketball. Okay, that doesn't sound very interesting. So the key is to make an interesting profile by conveying, right, sincerity and vulnerability. So the best way to actually demonstrate sincerity is to write your main biography, right, in a loose conversational manner, right, without trying to like boast or big yourself up, right? But don't be afraid to actually tell people who you really are and what you love doing. So rather than just writing Max, 29 years old, I love traveling, hiking, and basketball, right? You can elaborate it to like adventurous soul with a dream of traveling the world with my significant other. You know, I once skydive just to conquer my fear of heights, and digital marketing a manager who treasure family more than anything, so would love my partner, right, to also have strong family values. So this is the example. Yeah, so you can structure your and craft your profile, right, that actually tells a story. Yeah, so the first paragraph, right, you open with a funny opener. Then the second paragraph, you actually tell your interests, talk about your interests, and then your passion, and then your profession. Because this way, right, your profile would be interesting and you can show a different aspect, right, to your personality. And it's easy to read and digest too.
And then I will also say that the
Mm.
picture, right, on
Yes,
our
yes.
bio is very important, right?
Very important, yes.
Correct, correct. So make sure our our match can see our face lah. So don't use too much filter. I think be authentic and genuine as possible, as much as possible. So avoiding like group photos because the person may be confused which one is you. Yeah, right. And also don't use like too many selfies. And also there's most singles will also upload like too little photos or too many. So I think ideally will be about 3 to 4 pictures. So just show the different side of you. Could be lifestyle photo, holiday photos. That shows the different side of yourself. So right. So you should also aim lah to have least like have one picture that's able to show your personality. Like for example, if just now Renee shared like you are into skydiving, so show one photo that you are doing it. Yeah. So I think or like even funny or like active pictures. So like also have one picture which is closer up so that can really see your features, and also a full body picture will be great. So and also like a photo of you doing your hobbies will be a good conversation starter also for your someone to actually chat you up over the app. And then so when you are on the chat, um please don't only say hi, hey, that's all, or a
Yeah,
smiley
yeah.
face.
I think, like you all would not believe. I mean, or maybe you believe lah, since you are on the app, right?
Mm,
Like the number of people who just say hi, how are you? What are
mm,
you doing? Have you finished work? Are you going to
mm,
work?
mm,
Yeah, it's like if you use that to start a conversation, you are
mm.
just going to come out as very boring.
Mm, exactly, exactly. So I mean, just zoom into like things that your the person is passionate about. I think when people are talking about things they're passionate about, conversation just flows very, very naturally. Yeah, and also like start your conversation can be like, hey, I read your profile that you actually tried skydiving. So before I plan to try it next month. So do you mind sharing with me about your experience? So this is a good way to start a conversation, and it's an interesting way. Yeah. And also another tip is to start a conversation by creating topics of your daily life. For example, I read in your bio that you always win in board games, or you can see that, oh, he's actually a good baker. Wow, okay, I saw that you are baking a strawberry cake. So I'm planning to do it for my mother's birthday next month. So do you mind to share your recipe with me? Yeah, so I think this is a good way to really have a fun kind of interaction. Mm, correct.
Yeah, thanks for
Mm.
that, Andrea. So I think, like we do have so much advice for you guys, like when it comes to dating apps and online dating. And I think a lot of you probably, like would like to get more information on that as well, because like once we started talking about online dating or dating apps, we see like, wow, a barrage of like all your comments and feedback on like how things have not worked out and why it's not working out. Okay, so I think if there's something you're interested in, definitely in this year, like we are like, try and have some like a master class or 101 so that, we can help you guys to become better at this as well. So time really flies. Like we wanted to maybe have more time for Q&A, but I think we do not have that much time, but we really want to take some of your questions as well. So ladies, I'm just going to pick out some questions, and then like I will like direct it to you guys accordingly. So maybe Renee, you can take this one. It's not my style getting to know a person via text first instead of in person in a dating app. Is there an easier or faster way to do it? So I think maybe this person is saying that he or her style is like not really want to text first, like prefer to be able to talk or even meet in person. Like, so what's your advice?
He wants to actually, okay. So for my advice is that actually texting, right, is a bridge to actually ask that person out. Try not to get to know that person everything through text, because what happens is that it dies off really fast and you might lose the connection. So you want to actually meet the person, or actually if you are not comfortable in meeting that person, then actually set up a virtual date. So ask that person out on a date, or like go out on a date and actually get to know that person via there. It would be better. Yes.
Yep, I think yeah, virtual date now is definitely a very good sort of in-between option. So thanks for that, Renee. Okay, so this one is for you, Andrea. How long should I remain as friends before I initiate my intention for a relationship? If I like this person and want to be, in a relationship with this person.
Right, right. I think if you are seeing the same person for more than 4 dates and above, right? So it's a good way to really have a good judgment whether both of you will want to be in a relationship. So I mean, throughout the whole getting to know each other progress, right? Can also talk about things like deeper conversation, like what is your relationship goal? Eventually, what do you want to get get to? I think these are the things that perhaps that both of you will be able to kind of get to a consensus whether you guys actually share the same values and goals together. So I would say 4 days and above should be able to assess whether both of you will be in a relationship together.
Thank you, Andrea.
Mm.
So Renee, this one is for you. So I think we have quite a number of similar questions, so we probably can answer them together. So one is there might not be so many older gentlemen to meet. Any suggestion how I can go about it? And then I guess this is also similar to another question here that say that I'm close to 40, what will be your advice on finding single guys?
If you're close to 40, right, I would suggest actually, if you're looking for age groups, of course, you need to put yourself out there more. Don't limit yourself to platforms, because the more people you meet, the higher chance of you meeting someone you like and liking you back is higher. I would suggest like you can go for dating events that are having like groups that age groups. So you will meet someone in your age group, okay? And also dating apps is also all right, because you can choose and actually set the age group that you want to meet.
Okay, thanks, Renee. So Andrea, this one is for you. Should
Mm.
I tell the other person straight up that I'm looking for a life partner when we started texting?
So even without meeting him yet, right? Should be still on
Yeah,
the
yeah. I think
texting.
it's like just started texting. Yes.
Yeah, I think is to you can keep it slower first. So I think through the texting, you can get to know each other better first. And as what Renee suggested, to perhaps bring a conversation to a virtual date, and after which can arrange, like, if the feeling is good, the connection is good also, then you can just arrange for like a face-to-face date to see how it goes before really talking about more deeper topics.
Mm, Thank you, Andrea.
Yeah.
Okay, we have an interesting question here. I think I'll just take this one very quickly. So, the question is: I've been brought up in a stranger danger sort of environment too much when I was growing up. So, I think what she's trying to say is like, like basically anybody who's a stranger, you shouldn't talk to them. Like it's a very dangerous situation. So now I have anxiety connecting with people. Any advice to get past this hang up? I think this is very real, and I think again, like when we are conditioned, like when we are younger, like it's quite difficult to maybe get over it. But my suggestion, like what you can do is really start small, like for example, like when you are in the Starbucks, like Coffee Bean, buying a drink, just talking to the barista, or like just talking to the person next to you and just say, hey, like what do you usually get here? What's good? Like this, I have not really come here often, just things like that, to slowly just talk to stranger that is, like just that there's no, what's the word, like the stakes are very low. Like even though if you screw it up or you say the wrong things, it's fine, because like there's no you don't need to worry about saying the wrong things in that sense, right? And I think from there you can slowly build it up, and then you will start to realize that, hey, like actually a stranger in a way is just someone that you have not gotten to know. Yeah, I think the more you do it, the more it will reaffirm you to know that it's not so scary after all. So that's my advice for you. Okay, so with that, I just want to very quickly share a couple of things because it's 9:59. So thank you so much for joining us. So we are actually going to, of course, have our monthly webinar again next month. We will be sharing with you more information as soon as possible. And we also want to give away our webinar gift for tonight, which is an ebook with a very relevant topic, which is how to build real chemistry when it comes to dating. And on top of that, we also have some promotions that's available. Like maybe Andrea, you want to tell our participants a bit more about that?
Right. So we have a CNY Chinese New Year promotion for starting today till the 3rd of February. So we are offering a special promotion for all singles of 30 up to 30% off our dating packages. So come and make an appointment with us so that we can really understand more about your dating profile and preferences, and we can recommend you the appropriate dating program for you. And also there is a free glow up session. So this is really a very interesting session, and is only for the first 50 singles to sign up with us. So definitely this is really, really, really very worth it. And it's worth actually 599. So only up till 3rd of February. So remember to send in your inquiries to us so that we can make an appointment for you to really meet you soon.
Andrea, you want to share a bit more, like what
Right.
does the glow up session entail? Like when I first heard it, I'm like, wow, this is really exciting, like glow up.
Right.
Like, I think we
Right.
all want to glow up.
Yes. So glow up, which means we will be going through a color and body analysis with you so that we can let you know that based on your skin color, what are the colors, like warm colors or cool colors looks better on you, and what kind of styles. Maybe for yourself, you're not into stripes and prints, but in fact, you look really great in stripes and prints. So as a coach, we are able to kind of like analyze and able to do this analysis with you.
Wow, that sounds really,
Yes,
really exciting.
correct,
Thanks,
correct.
Andrea.
No
Yep.
worries.
So for those of you who are tuning in from Singapore, like maybe
Mm.
you want to take out the opportunity to check out this offer, or maybe you can share it with your friends as well. And now with that, we have come to the end of tonight's webinar. So thank you so much for joining us tonight.